Hello and welcome to Tournament Battles number 2. So these are my second set of games that I have to play in the tournament in round number 1. It all gets confusing with all those random numbers all over the place, but hopefully it makes a little bit of sense to you guys. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to play any more games in round number 1. The reason being is that inactive people. It always happens in the tournament. In fact, I somehow magically get usually the most inactive people in my brackets. It's kind of weird. You would expect people who signed up for my tournament to want to play me. I don't know. It just kind of makes sense to me. I think most people in general want to play me as part of their stuff, but randomly, people don't want to come, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, there is. There's actually a lot of things wrong with that. You should not sign up for a tournament and then just not show up. It's just a little bit silly. Again, if you like the music at all, check out the description down there. Nemesis Theory, an amazing person and an amazing composer of beautiful little music things. So I like them. I like them a lot. I will probably end up reusing a lot of these music things, and I probably won't say that every single time, but I just want to throw it out there. Anyways, for this level, I'm not going for no lives lost or anything like that. I know a lot of people like to go no lives lost on this game, and in fact, if there was somebody who's like really pro sauce, I might end up trying to get more no lives lost on these types of maps, because I feel like these are defendable into the late game, but not easily perfectly defendable. And I feel like it would become an intense 5 lives here, 7 lives there, 2 lives here type of battle thing, you know, with a couple of Regal Blacks or Regal Whites or something like that if somebody goes a little bit too much eco. But I feel like most people probably wouldn't overdo it with their eco if it ended up coming down to it. Anyways, as you can tell, my eco is a little bit of a mix right now. It's a 370-ish with a bunch of farms. And again, I really don't care about the lives. I'm not planning on going late game here. I'm planning on rushing right around level 18, 20, 22, somewhere in there. Usually I rush right around 22. Obviously, regrow BFBs are pro sauce, man. Regrow BFBs, but at the same time, BFBs versus boats, maybe not the best thing to do. So you always got to keep that stuff in mind. 2-4 boats are pro. They're boss. Anyways, my eco is actually fairly delicious right now. If you notice, it is all the way up to 4 farms, 3 of them are second tier already. Holy crap, monkeys. Plus we get our mortar, plus we get our cannon. I have to be a little bit careful, because obviously the cannon is not a perfect defense against the Regal Rainbow, so we might have to sell a farm and get up to a 4th tier cannon. So get ready for it, just in case we need it. But it looks like we're actually going to be okay. As far as their defense goes, it's pretty decent, and I don't feel like rushing it. I don't feel like rushing against it. I feel like I'm just going to be wasting money. They'll probably defend it, and just doing minuscule lives of damage probably is not worth it. Anyways, I had to get my 4th tier cannon up. We did end up actually losing a few lives against that rush, which was kind of weird. I did try actually a little mini rush. I tried for two rainbows and a ceramic underneath, and it just did not work out on level 15. Again, it was more of a level 13 rush I didn't want to do, but level 15, hey, maybe you can get 1 ceramic through, 100 lives, game over, man. Game freaking over. And even if I did do that little tiny bit of damage, I might be able to just survive into the late game, just living off the lives ahead. I could do that. I probably wouldn't do that based on my intense amount of farm action. Usually when you go with a lot of farms like this, it's usually a good way to just do a mega rush on level 20, 22 or something like that. Just do a crazy big rush, try and defend as long as possible into that time, and then just bam, man, just boom, throw them down to the ground, and then step on their face, crunch them a little bit. So we got level 18 here. I do go for a couple quick regrow mobs, but surprisingly, they took him down really easily. I didn't waste too much money on it. I mean, that was about $4,000 something, which does put a toll on me, but it's not the end of the world. I still have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 farms. What? You crazy, son? But my defense is a little bit lackluster at the moment. A couple boats, one mob mauler, 142 cannon, it's alright. But here we go, guys. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go for a bunch of quick, fast cooldown regrow mobs, because their balloon popping power is actually quite terrible. Check out, will he get a mob? What will he get? And he's getting damage taken to him, and he is going to get taken down. Yeah! Alright, so they got the second game right here. On Hydro Dam. Which, I don't know why people would start off with mortars. I just don't get it. I don't know why you wouldn't do a ninja start and then a mortar, instead of a mortar and then ninja start. It's just kind of silly to me. I don't know. I don't know, man. I ain't get it. So I've been told that this weird way of getting eco is actually quite efficient, going 252 eco or 253 eco, and then getting a farm. A 1-0 farm as soon as possible, and then just ending up pinks right away is actually a really good way to do Hydro Dam. And honestly, I'm leaning towards that it actually is a pretty darn good way to get some eco going in here. And I feel like just sending out a little bit less pinks and maybe getting ready to build a second ninja a little bit quicker might be a better way to defend it as well. Because you can still send out a lot of pinks, it just doesn't have to be all built up in that little section. You know, you have like $400 built up in that little section in the bottom there that aren't even getting sent out yet, so it's like, why not build a ninja instead? So yes, I will think about that for the future. Here we go, third tier ninja versus blacks. Oh, it's alright, it's doing a pretty decent job, but it's not going to last forever, so we need to get some more stuffs up for sure. I go for a boomerang and a ninja just to defend these things. I don't want to lose a billion lives in here. It's just a little bit of money in here, and once we sell it, we'll get it right back. So yeah, definitely worth it to save those lives. This game's getting pretty intense, man. Hydro Dam's crazy! But we have to get ready for some big rushes. Big yellow rushes, big anything rushes can obviously do some pretty decent harm to us. So let's get ready for it. They already got a third tier boomerang, by the way. Oh, regrow whites and blacks and stuff all mixed up together. Ooh, man, that's a good way to do some damage to me. I never really even thought about regrow blacks or whites and then blacks underneath that. That's like a really good combo right there. So I do end up getting my third tier boomerang up. I'm actually going to go for a second third tier boomerang here just because I feel like they're going to probably rush me. And they do not, so I get my farm instead. And on top of that, honestly, I probably only really needed one of those 3-0 boomerangs, and having one extra is probably hurting my ego just a tiny bit, but it really doesn't matter that much. You know, it's just more of a preference rather than anything else. So I do go for a really quick mini rush right here. I do some whoa, man! I do some regrow rainbows with a ceramic underneath, and we do tons of damage right there. But they are still alive with 4 lives. And you know what? On Hydro Dam, it can be one of those ridiculous things. So I sell a farm, I get my 4-2 ninja up, and boom shakalaka, we take down that Regal Rainbow Rush. So now that's a failed Regal Rainbow Rush. On top of they don't have very much eco. I do go for kind of a silly rush here. I try to sneak one camo rainbow through here, or camo ceramic through here, and it does not work. Their mortar ended up getting both of them. I don't know why I tried to do it. I just felt like I could sneak one of them through really quick. It just didn't work. And here we go, level 18, it's a Boab, man. We got a bunch of regrow ceramics coming out against us, but we do end up surviving, and the Boab is going to get through. Boom shakalaka. Game number 2 is ours. So right now we're 2-0, and Ink Blot is the level. Ink Blot I'm usually pretty good at. Usually. But I decided to go for a kind of weird loadout for I don't know why. I always just think that snipers are going to be fairly effective, and then they don't end up being effective. I don't know how to put it any easier than that. Basically, it's kind of silly to do it this way. But it's okay, maybe we can win the game, you know? You never know. Even with snipers or something like that, sometimes you can just survive into the mid-game and then just send out a big Regal Rainbow Rush or something and just take them down. Alright, this game's going to get intense, right? As you can tell, I am doing a much better early game strategy. My 2 boats is amazing against these regular balloons, and I'm rushing in with a bunch of pinks. But we only did 20 lives damage, which really isn't that much if you really think about it. Oh my. And then I get a farm up right after that. So I still cannot find the best way to get a max eco out of your stuff. If you go farm, a little bit of balloon eco, farm, a little bit of balloon eco, farm, a little bit of balloon eco. I really just can't tell you what the best thing is, but I know that having a lot of farms right around level 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 gives you the max money. So whatever gets you the most farms right around there is going to get you a ton of money right then. But then you might have to switch over to Blue Nico a little bit later for a late game if you plan on going late game. And that's where it gets a little bit risky, man. So I'm still surviving on 2 boats right now, which is kind of risky, as you can probably tell. I probably shouldn't be doing this, because even a big green rush would hurt me a lot. Blacks would hurt me a lot. Greens would hurt me a lot. Lots of things would hurt me a lot. And especially yellows, or regrow yellows. But I do end up getting my mortar up with the birdie stuff here, and that makes things a little bit easier for us. Obviously, yellows are not going to be exactly easy to deal with, but holy crap, monkeys, there's some yellows. So let's see what we can do. We get an extra boat up here, get an extra grape shot in here, and we do end up surviving that rush, but we are hurt a little bit. Now, what you're noticing then is I actually put both my boats on first instead of strong and or last, right before level 8. I did that on purpose, guys. Did that on purpose, just to hopefully survive. Now, I've seen a lot of people rush with regrow whites against a Ring of Fire, and I usually see them going through, but they didn't work for me. I don't know. Maybe I was just stupid or something. And I don't get a lot of good farms going. My farm eco is just straight up terrible, and I'm getting camo pinks running through my defense. This is just not good. And I had to sell my farm, and yeah, I'm not feeling too good about this one, to say the least. I do all that stuff to get my 2-3, well, I don't have a 2-3 sniper yet. I have a 1-3 sniper at the moment, which is not terrible against Regal Rainbows and stuff, but not exactly good. You need a pretty darn small rush for a 2-3 sniper, so I'm kind of hoping for the best at the moment. Maybe I can do a quick rush with Regal Ceramics or something. in the upcoming few levels. We'll have to see what happens. Anyways, there's the Regal Rainbow Rush against me. Holy crap, monkeys with yellows underneath, and he is gonna take me down. Oh, poo. And the fourth game is on A game. Intensify. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright, so I believe if I'm not mistaken, then this is actually the music for Kingdom Hearts right now. I've never actually played Kingdom Hearts, but this just sounds like a very Kingdom Heart-y type thing. And also, just as a quick poll, how many of you guys have played Kingdom Hearts? Because my girlfriend keeps telling me I need to play Kingdom Hearts, and I've never played it before. So is it really that good of a game, or is she just a big loser? I'm guessing it's probably a pretty good game, but I'm just throwing it out there that maybe she could just be kind of weird and kind of lame about those things. Because her and her sister, man, oh my goodness, those guys are those girls are weirdos for sure. But I can't tell them that. They don't watch my videos, so it's all good. Don't tell them. We don't tell them. Come on, bro code, or girl code, or bro girl code. Yeah, be my bros and girls, bros and hoes. Let's do it, man. So what do we got going on right now? Well, we've got a pretty similar strategy, I suppose. I decided to go for an extra tack shooter while he went for a ninja. I think one thing that this person does slightly poorly is they don't rush with enough balloons. They're usually thinking about their defense a little bit too much instead of trying to rush with a lot of things, and that ends up hurting them just a tiny bit. Because, obviously, what can kill me right now? Blues and pinks, man. Blues and pinks can do a big chunk of damage to me. I'd have to build a ninja. I wouldn't be able to get that extra farm and all that crap. So, yeah, I mean, a little bit crazy. And I also decided, you know what? This person's not going to rush me. I'm going to go for it. A big chunk of greens right here. And that's obviously going to put a hindrance to their eco again. And it's also going to increase mine a bunch. I'm already up to 400 economy. So, straight up awesome. And I do a big life damage chunk to him. So I do end up having to get another third tier texture over here, and we're doing a decent job of defending these blacks, at least a lot better than those greens. For now, at least. And into the future, what are we going to have to get? Obviously, a Ring of Fire. But I might even be kind of risky right now. I don't know, should I be risky, guys? So I decided to go for this third tier. Oh, crap. Well, would you look at that? Yeah. We might lose. We might lose. We might lose. Oh, my God. Holy crap, monkey. So we do end up surviving, but barely, down to 11 lives at the moment. So I really got greedy there. I wanted to get that extra farm thing. I probably should have waited like another few seconds before I got that farm, because honestly, all I needed to do was wait a few seconds and buy my farm, and then I could have gotten the Ring of Fire right after that, make them waste all their yellow eco, or just waste a lot of money right before the hard levels on level 13 and stuff like that. But yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. We do have a little bit more eco than them, I think. We still have about 406 and an extra farm upgrade against them. But our strategies are fairly similar. We both have a Ring of Fire. We both have a Mortar. We both have a Ninja going. And things are going to get crazy, man. I'm getting ready to sell my farm and buy a Ring of Fire. Because that's really the only way that I can think of that can defend a good Regal Rainbow Rush. Either getting that second Ring of Fire or getting another 4-2 Ninja right in the middle there. Either one of those would work out pretty well, but I have to get ready for level 15 now, regardless of remix. This game, man, this game's getting intense. So they got a third tier texture over there. Oh my. They are going to defend it barely. That was Regal Rainbows on top of Regal Ceramics, or Ceramics underneath Regal Rainbows. Oh man, and they survived it. They survived it. So now the farm is just getting pretty darn even again. Question becomes, what do we do? So I decided to go for a little bit more blue Nico again. I get to up to about 500. I didn't feel like that was too greedy because I didn't go for like a 600, 700, 800 thing. You know, I just got about 100 more, which I had the money for in the first place. But again, I have to be really, really careful because level 18 can be quite crazy. Moabs again, you got to be ready for them. What they're doing is they're getting a Ninja Moab defense. Now that is pretty interesting. Me, on the other hand, I'm kind of leaving myself a little bit open. I'd much prefer to try and micro around it instead of trying to build everything that I need right now. So I have a bunch of money saved up. I'm going to get one Moab in here, and then I'm going to get ready to send out a Regal Moab if I really want to. But the first Moab, I just want to be a regular Moab. And here we go. This is where it's going to get intense, guys. We got Regal Ceramics all on top of each other. We got a 14 Ninja. I sold that guy, and we get another Ninja up here, so we got a 13 Ninja. It looks like we are going to take these games. That's all I'm going to have for you guys today. As always, thanks for watching. Have a super duper delicious day.